Check out our new show, Xavier Riddle and the Secret Museum on PBS KIDS.
Who's that kid who can travel through time?
Xavier Riddle and the Secret Museum.
Which great heroes will we find?
Xavier Riddle and the Secret Museum.
Every single boy and girl has what it takes to change the world.
And the Secret Museum. Xavier Riddle and the Secret Museum.
Our brand new show starts Monday on PBS KIDS.
Welcome the library's Chief Communications Officer, Roswell Encina.
Good evening, everyone. How are you? Are you all excited for tonight? Hey, well, so on behalf of the Librarian of Congress, Carla Hayden, and the remarkable staff of the Library of Congress, welcome to another edition of our National Book Festival Presents, and we have a great one for you tonight. So, we have an excellent author. You all know who he is, right? He has written a lot of thrillers. I think most adults in the room know the thrillers he's written. His latest one is The Escape Artist. It's very interesting because one of the characters, something interesting, I should say, just happens to the Librarian of Congress in the first chapter of that book. So I encourage you to all read it. And Brad Meltzer has also written his first nonfiction book about the conspiracy to kill George Washington. So I encourage all of you to read that. But most of all, he's sold more than 12 million books, which includes these I Am books, so, right? So, because I work here at the Library of Congress, I'm very partial towards these books. I'm hoping you saw our display outside. It has some of the items connected to some of these historical figures like Rosa Parks. The Library of Congress is opening our very first Rosa Parks exhibition later this year. It has our elaborate collection. You'll get a little sample outside. You'll see the hat that was worn by Rosa Parks. But also, you'll see the other characters from his I Am books, which includes Harriet Tubman. You'll see some photographs of Harriet Tubman. You'll see photographs of Walt Disney and Gandhi. And so I'm hoping you could appreciate all that. And that's just a little snippet of what the Library of Congress has. But we'll be joined also here tonight by illustrator Chris Eliopoulos for a very special presentation that you just saw. That will be on PBS KIDS starting this Monday, November 11th. It's titled Xavier Riddle and the Secret Museum, based on their best-selling children's book series, Ordinary People Change the World. Who's excited to see it on Monday? And of course, the best part is you'll be one of the first people to see it before it premieres on PBS KIDS. And speaking of PBS KIDS, we want to thank PBS for their support for tonight. As you walked in, you saw these marvelous bags and backpacks on your seats. It has a copy of these books. I'm hoping you'll bring it and have Brad and Chris sign it during the reception afterwards. And speaking of the reception, we hope you could join us afterwards. We're going to have so much fun. You saw all those characters outside. You'll get a chance to take selfies with them and, of course, enjoy some refreshments generously donated by PBS, and we appreciate it. Also out here tonight are our partners, eCity Books, who are our partners for the National Book Festival Presents. So please visit their booth and purchase more books. We like that. Now, as many of you know, the Library of Congress hosts the National Book Festival every year. It's usually Labor Day weekend. This past Labor Day, we had about 200,000 people visit the National Book Festival in one day to see about 140 authors and illustrators. So we decided, because it's so successful, why not make it year-round? So this National Book Festival Presents is an offshoot of the big annual book festival. So we were thinking this annual book festival will be like a countdown to the big festival that happens in September. So we're hoping that you would enjoy the series. The next one will be next Wednesday with author Andre Asaman. He is the author of Find Me, which is the sequel to Call Me By Your Name. So that will be Wednesday, November 13th, right here at the Library of Congress. So I know you're not here to listen to me talk all about all our stuff here, but so let's get right to it. Once again, I want to thank our partners, PBS KIDS, for bringing our speakers and generously hosting tonight's screening and reception. And to introduce our special guests, please welcome Linda Semensky, head of PBS KIDS Content.
Thank you, Roswell. I'd like to thank Roswell and the Library of Congress for hosting this event. We all appreciate your support. And I want to thank the team at 9 Story who produced this series. And I also want to especially thank the co-creators of the show, Brad Meltzer and Chris Eliopoulos, for the amazing hard work they've put into this show. We're thrilled to premiere Xavier Riddle and the Secret Museum Monday on PBS KIDS. And this evening, you're all going to get the first sneak peek at it. As we're gearing up to celebrate the 50th anniversary of PBS, we're proud to be launching a show that's so in line with our mission to spark kids' learning and curiosity. I've always wanted a series on our air that told stories from heroes throughout history in a way that would be fun for all of you to watch. When I saw the Ordinary People Change the World books, I instantly loved the approach that Brad took to telling these stories through the ideas of these heroes when they were kids. Now, paired with Chris's amazing illustrations, I knew we had a winner on our hands. And as you'll soon see, Xavier Riddle and the Secret Museum introduces kids to iconic figures from history and to some of the important experiences that shaped their lives. Along the way, the series emphasizes positive character skills such as courage, resilience, and commitment to setting and accomplishing goals. Now, our hope is that Xavier will show kids that they too have what it takes to become a hero. And now, without further ado, I'd like to invite one of my heroes up to the stage. Please welcome #1 New York Times bestselling author and my friend, Brad Meltzer.
So, we have one surprise. I love seeing everyone here tonight. Come on, it's the Library of Congress, right? We're gonna have some fun. So, this is a surprise, actually, for one person who's on the stage. She doesn't know it's gonna be for her. And Linda, the only reason we are all here tonight is because of Linda. And when the very first books came out, when I was going to the Library of Congress to do the book festival, I had breakfast with Linda that morning, and we talked about I am Amelia Earhart, and I'm Abraham Lincoln. And she said, how do we make this into a show? And it is her. She's the one that brought us into PBS, that helped us develop this show, that helped us flesh out the ideas and told me time and time again, that's a bad version, let's find a better version. And always fought, and I truly always fought to make it, as in her words, more like the books. And to that end, we had Chris do this. This is a present for you, Linda, your very own hero book, I Am, Linda Zemetsky. So,
Thank you. That's great.
and by the way, we had it was a very important thing, is PBS, we said, what does she wear? Does she wear red? Does she wear black? And they were like, always black. So when your character is wearing what you're wearing next to you, I'm just a little bit upset that we didn't get the pants perfectly right, but we love you. Thank you. That's right. Let's hear it for Linda.
Thank you.
Love you. First thing I want to do is a couple thank yous, very important ones. Marie and Mary and the Library of Congress team, Roswell, please, thank you for what you did here. I hope everyone goes out and checks out the exhibit. There's Rosa Parks' hat, there's awesome stuff. Look at it, because I'm going to steal half the things tonight, like Benjamin Gates in National Treasure. Like, I'm telling you, go. That's such an old joke. If you got that, that's middle age. Like, you're a middle-aged parent, like, truly. Obviously, Linda, who we love, and Sharon, and Maria, Lubna, Veronica, Chloe from PBS, and Brad. I don't know where you are, but my doppelganger, Brad. Everyone whose name Brad involved with this project is bald. And I love that, but have helped us from the start. And we have our 9 Story team of Vince and Jen, Corey and Megan. We have Nora. Jody Reamer's our agent who did the books. We would not be here without her, and we love you. She came from New York to support us on this night. Our friends who are here, and I know where you sit, and the friends who showed up late, they're not friends anymore. Look, that one right there, the one walking out, that guy, he's my friend, but not anymore. That guy, he's trying to ignore it. He's trying to ignore it. That's Chris, everyone. That's Chris who's late. It's him. He's still, I see you. I see you. There's nothing better than embarrassing your friends in a crowded room. Truly. The only reason I wrote these books was to do that tonight. And then Corey, my wife, is here, and Audra, who's Chris's wife, is here. His twin boys are here, and I'm going to bring on my brother, Chris Eliopoulos. Those are the thank yous. We would not, everyone always says, it's our names that go up there. but only a fool thinks it's a two-person show. It's not just me and Chris, it's this entire family, this entire team. And it's all of you. And what they asked me to talk about is where this came from, right? Because you're going to be the first ones to see. This is like our world premiere. And usually you do world premieres in Hollywood, but who wants to be in Hollywood, right? If you come on a Friday night to the Library of Congress, you are a nerd, right? And we love you for it. There is no better place. We couldn't, if I said how to make it nerdier, I'd be like, we can't. There is no nerdier level than Friday night at the Library of Congress. And the only thing nerdier is and we're going to talk about books. It's fantastic. And not network television, PBS. It's the best. It's truly a triumvirate of nerd. It's spectacular. So I'll tell you very quickly where the show came from. And the show came from all these kids you have here tonight, your loving parents who brought your children out to watch cartoons on a Friday night. I started this with my kids. And I told my daughter that Amelia Earhart is the great hero. We wanted to give Amelia Earhart a great hero, that she would look up to. She flew across the Atlantic Ocean. And my daughter was like, big deal, that everyone flies across the Atlantic Ocean. She wasn't impressed. My daughter doesn't care. But I told her the true story that when Amelia Earhart was 7 years old, she built a homemade roller coaster in her backyard. And my daughter loved that version. She's like, tell me more about that. And we said, that's what we're going to do. We're going to get there. I'm Amelia Earhart we started with. And after I Am Amelia Earhart, we did I Am Abraham Lincoln. We did Rosa Parks. We did Albert Einstein, my son who loves sports. I was like, you know what? You want to see what a real sports hero looks like? It's not a millionaire who scores lots of points. You want to see what a real hero looks like? It's Jackie Robinson. Here's a real one, right? Thank you, right? And what we realized is that was the goal. The mission became, how do we give our kids better heroes to look up to? I'm tired of them looking at reality show TV stars and people who are famous for being famous. How do we give them lessons of character, of kindness, of compassion? That became the mission. And we did I Am Lucille Ball because I wanted my daughter to have a female entertainment hero who wasn't just famous for being thin and pretty. That Lucy stood for the idea it's not just okay to be different, it's spectacular to be different. That's the best part of all of us here today. We don't celebrate that much in America anymore, right? We look down at difference, and we shouldn't. It's a disaster. The best thing in this room is all of us are different. And I want my daughter to have that lesson too. We did Helen Keller. Helen Keller, when she goes blind, the pages of the book go black. It says, here's how I see the world. Cover your ears, here's how I hear the world. We put real braille into the book. And it says, feel these dots, this is my name. My name's Helen, what's your name? And I watched my 18-year-old son, who was obviously too old for the books, but I caught him. I walked in the room, and he had his eyes closed on the braille page, finding the dots of his name. And he said, Dad, this one's actually good. And I was like, actually? And that's my house. That's not even a joke. But what a book does, and what a good story does, the best thing it does is it lets you look through someone else's eyes, even flawed eyes. And I love that we get to bring that to kids too. And then we did, something amazing happened as the election in 2016 was hitting, and Donald Trump and Hillary were every night arguing on TV. Two of our books started selling more than any others. They were I Am Martin Luther King Jr. and I Am George Washington. And it wasn't, even a Democrat or Republican thing. It was actually that parents and aunts and uncles and grandparents were tired of turning on the TV and seeing politicians, what they wanted to show their kids were leaders. We all know, especially in this town, there's a huge difference between a politician and a leader, right? And I love that you're here to make that difference known. And the one thing that all these heroes have in common is they're doing what they love. And so we have Jane Goodall, I did for my daughter who loves our dog, right? What she did with her love of animals. We did Sacagawea to teach you how to lead and blaze your own trail. Gandhi to find peace at a time where we're so divided as a country. Just mindfulness and calm. Harriet Tubman and Neil Armstrong, who never used the word I, used the word we. We did this, we accomplished it. And he wasn't just talking about his fellow astronauts. He was talking about the people who were the mathematicians, the people who were the scientists, the people who sewed his spacesuit together, the tailors. Remember when humility was a great American value? We've lost it. we pay attention to now on social media, those who write in all caps and triple exclamation points, who shout on Twitter and shout on Instagram every day that they know everything and who they are. I'm tired of that. I would much rather have my kids look at someone like Neil Armstrong, right? And to me, what's so vital is I know I'm not that special. You are here because you have that same belief, right? That's why you're here tonight, is to give your kids better heroes to look up to. So we did, right across the street, right? Sonia Sotomayor. We did Billie Jean King, who Billie Jean King helped us with the book, right? I literally spent 2 hours on the phone with her. If I mess up George Washington, what's he gonna do, right? Billie Jean King is gonna come with a tennis racket to my house. And the best part is she went through the book with us and she was like, yeah, this part's wrong. And I said, wait, you know what? No offense, but I got that from your autobiography. And she said, I know, but I was so busy back then, I never proofed it. So I love that our book, I Am Billie Jean King, is more accurate than her autobiography. Like, that's spectacular to me. The newest ones, which you have, I think some of you in your bags tonight, you'll see are Marie Curie and Walt Disney, right? And that leads us to Xavier Riddle. And I'm going to introduce you to each character. And Xavier Riddle starts like this. Sorry, here's the new one too, by the way, because they're like, she plugged. Yes, the new one. Thank you, Amy. But I'll show you, this is Xavier. Oz, right? And Xavier is enthusiastic. He is, you say, do you want to? He says yes, no matter what the answer is, wherever the question is. But he can't even tie his shoes. He's always a mess. He's all of us in this ADHD world, right? Who just can be enthusiastic, but is a dreamer and loves to race forward. He has a sister, Yadina, who wants to grow up with one mission in mind. She's going to be the president one day, and she will be. I have no doubt about it. She's determined, focused on it. And her little turtle, Dr. Zoom. And then there's probably the greatest hero of all time, the most beautifully drawn hero that I've ever seen. And obviously, I think it's like Mickey Mouse and then Brad is maybe depending on where. But what I love about Brad, when I pitched him to PBS, I said to him, here's what he is he's Xavier's best friend, Yadina's best friend, and when they're going into the woods, Brad's like, should we go in there? Do we have insurance? Like, is this going to be safe? And so he's kind of me on that level, but what he is he's worried about everything. And our kids today are anxious, right? We as adults are anxious. Our leaders make us anxious. Whatever side of politics you're on, the other side makes you anxious and angry and every other thing. And we need to teach our kids how to deal with that. And the truth is, we did it as it would be funny and it would be a comedy bit, but it's amazing. You'll see him in the episodes. What an amazing storytelling device Brad has become to let us tell those things that frighten all of us and scare all of us. And to tell our kids every single episode, you're not alone. And that's what Brad is here for. But what I'll finish with is the true reason why we're here tonight. And it comes from this book. And we're here, I will tell you that when I was 5 years old, Jim Henson and Mr. Rogers taught me that you could use your creativity to put good into the world. And that is all Chris and I are here to do tonight. We are trying to use our creativity to put some good into the world. And what I love is Xavier Riddle, you're going to see it first here tonight, but it debuts on Monday, 50 years and 1 day after Sesame Street premiered. No pressure, right? But what I love is that when I was 5 years old, and I know Chris is the same, we watched Sesame Street, we watched Mr. Rogers on PBS, and we got a spark. Something sparked in us. And I love that some kid in this room or some kid watching out there is going to watch this show, and hopefully, if we do it right, that one of them is going to get a spark. And 45 years from now, they're going to be standing on this stage or in some hologram, or God knows how they do it, talking about whatever form entertainment takes 45 years from now, about their show, about their book. And her story is going to be incredible. I can't wait for it. And so with that said, we're going to put this on a quick clip, but then we're going to bring on Chris Eliopoulos. I want you to clap really loud for him because he's the true star. But here's a very quick look at Xavier Riddle and the Secret Museum.
Guess what? There's a bike rodeo this weekend.
It's an obstacle course for bikes. Let me just oil up my training wheels and we can practice.
Oh, training wheels aren't allowed.
Why not? Training wheels are awesome.
It says here they stick out too far. It'd be dangerous.
I guess I'll just stay home. You could always just try to ride without training wheels. I don't think so. I wish I could go for it like Bike Man, but Danger is not my middle name. It's Scott. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? That I should change my middle name to Bike Man?
Yes, but no. To the secret museum! Whoever we're meeting must be a musician. Johann Sebastian Bach. Nice hair.
Helen Keller.
It's Harry Houdini. Amelia Earhart. George Washington Carver.
Leonardo da Vinci.
That's who we're going to meet. Ready for adventure?
Ready.
Sorta ready.
Here we go.
If you pay close attention to everything in the world can teach you so much.
How'd you get brave enough to fly through the air like that? It was something I wanted to do. So I said to myself, go for it, Amelia. And then I did.
As Bach said, if you want to get better at something, you have to work hard and practice.
Bye, Marie Curie. Thank you for following your dream.
So kids like you can change the world.
Whoa. Hey.
Here for Chris. I'm telling you, this is...
That's right.
You always do this. I hate this. This is like the opening band coming out after the Rolling Stones play. It's not going to happen. About almost 50 years ago, I was 2 years old and sitting at home bored, and my mother needed a babysitter, and that babysitter became Sesame Street. I learned my numbers and my letters through Sesame Street, and I learned my morals from Mr. Rogers. So about 8 years ago, I get this message that says, would you like to change the world? Usually I get those every day, but they're from a Nigerian prince. This time it was from my friend Brad Meltzer. He had an idea to do some books that would inspire children all around the world, that they have greatness inside of them if they just realize they have it. So we decided to work together. We decided on the art that we wanted to keep the characters as children throughout the books because we wanted to show kids today that they could be amazing heroes too. Why he chose me, I don't know. When I show you in a minute, you'll realize that you could do the same thing I do. But we took that book to Penguin Publishing and we said to them, do you want to join us in changing the world? And they said, yes, we're in. We did a number of books. We're coming up on book 20 in April, Leonardo da Vinci. And we realized that we wanted to expand this even further. We needed more of a voice to change the world. And we approached Linda and asked her if she wanted to help us change the world, and she said yes. So 5 years later, here we are. And I'm going to prove to you guys that it's all him and not me, because I'm going to teach you guys how to draw the characters like I do. And if you can do it, maybe you'll come animate the show for us next year?
That's right.
Okay.
You're getting
so
jobs
inside
tonight.
of your
We're going to be
baskets,
hiring tonight.
in your bags, you will have some paper and crayons. So why don't you pull those out, and we're going to learn a little lesson today.
And by the way, if you these rows here, pass some paper down to these rows, because we have to embarrass my friends by having them draw. You got them? Oh, you have them.
You got it?
Okay,
you got
good.
some paper?
If Dave doesn't draw, Dave has to draw. That wasn't even Chris, was it?
You didn't even think like you were going to have to do work tonight, right?
I'm so mad now.
What I am is to keep the kids busy so they don't get anxious and want to run out of the building and scream too much. Linda, are you drawing, Linda? Come on, Linda.
Okay, everyone got their paper. Get your paper. Get your pencil or crayons.
You got
it's
it?
in the
You got
bag.
it? Jody, all right. Jody's going to do it.
Okay, you got it? Wave it in the air if you got it so we know you're ready.
The only one absolved is my wife, because she has to deal with me every single day drawing. So she gets out. How we doing? We ready? We good?
Ready. Let's do it.
Okay.
You guys ready to draw? Are you ready to draw?
Okay. So since we are in our nation's capital, let's draw our 232nd President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln, right? 232nd? Kids? What number? Good job. Okay. You
By
passed
the way,
your first lesson.
that joke does not, when the 16th president doesn't come out as a quick answer when you do this in Georgia, people. Like, trust me.
Okay, your first lesson. What is the first letter in the word cartoon? Good job. I want to see a C halfway down on your page on the side. Here's the deal. Ask my wife, where is she? Did she hide? There she is. She knows. I sit at home making sound effects all day long, so I want you guys to join me in making sound effects, okay? So next up comes the letter U. I want to see U shape. U. Let's hear it. Especially the adults. All right. Next up, we're going to do the letter I above the C. So it's going to be I, C, U. Watching me draw you. I see you. How are we doing on time? Oh, he's taking pictures.
Very good.
All right, next up, we're going to draw a straight line across. Boop. Boop. All right, let's see you do the sign language for this. I got nothing. All right. Here we go. We're going to do two little lines. Boop. Boop. On either side. I love that you're still doing this. Next up, two more lines. Doink. Doink. Good job. So we know Abraham Lincoln had a stovepipe hat. So we're going to do two straight lines right off your page. Cartoonists can be silly and fun. So we're going to be silly and fun and draw boom, boom, right off the page. They're doing good. Next up, we're going to draw some hair. For hair this time, we're going to do a number instead of a letter. Kids, what number do you want to do? Not 1, but 2, but 3. Number 3, right here. Boop, boop. And that's hair. And why don't we give them hair on the other side? Some more hair. Boop, boop. All right. For those that know this answer, trivia question. Where's the Librarians of Congress? Trivia question. Anybody know how Abraham Lincoln smelled? With his nose. Good. We're going to do a backward C in the middle of his face. Boop. That joke kills everywhere. All right, let's give him some eyes. Dots on either side. I love that I'm making you guys work. Friday night, I'm making you work. They wanted to be at the bar. They're here doing work. Next up, we're going to give a couple of eyebrows. Doink, doink. And let's give him a smile. Woo. So when we first came out with the Abraham Lincoln book, Brad was doing some press. And during that press, the reporter actually asked if Abraham Lincoln at 9 years old had a beard. So, yes, he did. So we're going to give him a beard. It's a bunch of U shapes. We're going to go boop, 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 boop. And of course, you talented artists, you have to sign your name. Put your name on your artwork. That's mine. There you go. So, since we're also here for the show, I thought you guys would want to draw the greatest, most handsome, wonderful comic character you've ever met in your life, Brad. So we're going to hear some wiseacre remarks from this guy, but here's the first lesson again. What letter do we start with? Give me a C, a bouncy C. Boom, boom, boom. Now, of course, as you can tell in real life, just like the cartoon, he's a big, giant, round head. So let's go up and over and give a big, giant circle for a round head. Nothing? You got nothing on that one?
I like it.
You're not bringing it back? All right. Here we go. So let's do the other ear on the other side. It's a backward C. Boop. Boom. There you go. All right, time for the nose. Does everybody know how Brad Meltzer smells?
Come on, it's an easy joke.
Yeah,
Thank you.
well,
Yes.
You go out with him after he sweats a while. You'll change your answer.
She gets the one. She's going to get, because she
Yeah,
knew.
right? So let's do his nose right in the middle. Backward C. I don't know. Good. Yeah. Now his eyes. Let's give him a couple dots. Boop, boop.
I'm listening for sound effects, people.
I know. We're counting on you. Okay. Eyebrows. Boop, boop. Love it.
Dave.
Now let's give him a smile.
Sound effects. Thank you. Thank you, Jamie.
And then let's give him some glasses. They're just rectangles.
That looks nothing like me. Oh, wait. That looks exactly like me.
Yeah, it's looking good. And then a rectangle on the other side. And then, of course, Jody, you better be drawing. I'm watching you. Okay. 2 lines. Boop, boop. Now comes Brad's favorite, the real Brad's favorite part. We're going to give him hair. It's just simple little lines.
I think you keep them like that.
Just a little random hair.
Notice, by the way, they didn't give me a lot of hair. I just want to be clear.
Yeah, no, we didn't. But what we did give him was a cape. So we're going to draw a little cape on him because he's a superhero. Is he Bike Man or Brad Man? What do we decide? He's both, right? Brad Man?
Brad.
All right, I want to see a little loop underneath.
Just both.
And then a loop down. I like how my kids are sitting and drawing. I finally got them to draw. And a straight line down. And another straight line down. And then sign your name. Let's give the one with the nose joke a little thing. So now that you can all draw,
Okay.
give yourselves a round of applause.
Can we hear it
well
for Chris,
done.
too? Come on. So here is the part, again, we are so excited for. We've been working on this show for 5 years. I know that Chris is our secret weapon. I love that 9 Story did such a beautiful job taking Chris's art and turning it into what you're about to see. So are you ready to see the first view of Xavier Riddle? Okay, here we go. This is it. You're going to see, it's 1 episode, always has 2 heroes, and we're going to come up after and do some questions, so think of some good ones. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Library of Congress and the premiere of Xavier Riddle and the Secret Museum.
Ready for adventure?
Who's that kid who can travel through time?
Xavier Riddle and the Secret Museum.
Which great heroes will we find?
Xavier Riddle and the Secret Museum.
Every single boy and girl has what it takes to change the world.
Xavier Riddle and the Secret Museum.
Right,
And the Secret Museum. Dr. Zoom and the Secret Museum. Xavier Riddle and the Secret Museum. Shh.
Hello and welcome to the show. Today we're going to meet someone very special. Helen Keller.
Helen was born in the year 1880.
And one thing was a little different about her. She couldn't see or hear anything.
Isn't that 2 things, Yadina?
Okay, maybe that is 2 things. But can you imagine not being able to see or hear anything at all? Let's try it. Close your eyes and cover your ears. You too, Dr. Zoom. In fact, can we turn off the picture and the sound, please? Welcome back. Can you imagine living like that every day? But not being able to see or hear didn't stop Helen Keller from learning how to read and write. Want to know how? Then let's start the show. The black dog, Pots.
Yadina, what's wrong?
I'm trying to read this book to Dr. Zoom, but it's too hard.
Why not read her a picture book?
We've read them all. I want to move up and take the next step, read a big book like you guys. But big books have so many words. I know some of them, like dog and black, but there are 1,578 other ones I can't figure out. It's so frustrating.
This sounds like a big problem. And that means to the Secret Museum! Shh. Sorry. To the Secret Museum! I wonder who the secret museum will send us to meet.
And where we'll go.
And when. Whoa!
Stop below.
Woo! Hi, Burby.
Hi, Burby. Hello. Hi, Burby.
We're getting something.
A book. With no words? It's bumpy. Who has a bumpy book with no words?
Helen Keller. This was hers.
Look! That's where we're going to meet her. In America.
In 1887. That's over 100 years ago.
I wonder if she can help me read a big kid book.
Only one way to find out. Ready for an adventure?
Ready!
Ready.
Here we go!
It's happening!
Hang on, Dr.
So this is Alabama in the year 1887.
I like it. Cute house.
What's that sound?
That girl looks upset. I wonder what's wrong.
I don't think that's just any girl. That's Helen Keller. Thanks, Burby.
Helen, it's okay. I'm here. Helen is just frustrated. She's trying to get her dog to come play with her.
Aw, she's cute. Can we pet her?
Yes, she's very friendly. Her name is Belle. And I'm Anne. Here, Belle. Do you like dogs too?
We love dogs.
If they don't jump on me or slobber on me or pretty much anything on me.
Don't worry. Belle's a very good dog.
Then how come she didn't go to Helen to play with her?
Because Helen doesn't have the words yet to be able to call her. Helen is blind, which means she can't see Belle in order to go to her. She's also deaf, which means she can't hear. Not being able to hear words makes it hard to speak them. And without words, Belle doesn't understand what Helen wants. In fact, most people don't understand her either.
Wow. Helen can't see or hear or talk to anyone?
If I couldn't talk to Dr. Zoom, it would be so sad.
It's very hard for her. That's why I'm trying to teach Helen a different way to hear and speak, so people know what she needs or wants to say.
How do you do that?
Using sign language, like this. Each sign I make with my hand stands for a different letter. Since Helen can't see them, I make the signs directly into her hand so she can feel them. This is how I say hello. Hello.
She didn't say hello back.
No, she hasn't learned what these signs mean yet. But there are so many different ways to learn something. If I keep trying, I'm sure I'll find the right way for Helen to learn.
Oh. Belle likes you, Brad.
Great. I think I'll go wash my hands inside. Hold up, Brad. Amazing fact. Houses didn't have running water in 1887. They used outdoor water pumps. How does the water come out?
How is Helen going to help me read if she doesn't know how to read?
I don't know, Udina, but there has to be a reason the secret museum sent us to meet her.
Here you go, Helen. Water. There must be a way to help Helen learn what these words are.
Oh, so that's how it works.
I have an idea. Water. Yes, water. She understands.
Wow, incredible.
Now that I know how to teach Helen, there's so much she can learn.
Do you really think there's more Helen can learn?
Looks like we're about to find out.
A bush, of course. Look, there's Helen. What is she doing?
She's reading.
Really? But how? She can't see the words.
No, but she can feel them when they're written in something called Braille. You want to see?
It's bumpy. How does it work?
Each of these bumpy patterns is a letter, which make up words, so Helen can read stories by touch. She's reading one now about pirates.
Being able to read a story all by yourself must be really great. Look, Helen's saying something.
Now she says she wants to learn something else. How to talk.
Can she really learn how to talk?
We'll just have to come up with a different way to teach her.
I wonder what that could be.
Looks like we're about to find out.
Look, Helen! Covering someone's mouth when she's talking? Not very polite.
Well, Helen is working with a special teacher who can help her feel what words sound like, how the mouth and tongue move with each sound spoken.
You can feel words? Ow!
I guess Helen can. Look. Bell. Wow. Helen learned to do so many things. She just did it in a different way. So maybe there's a way for me to learn how to read that dog book.
Definitely. Ready to go home?
I'm ready. Let's go home. Black dog. I don't know the next word.
Well, how did you read the words black and dog?
There's a picture. It helped me figure out what those words were.
What if you had more pictures? I'd be happy to draw them for you.
Okay.
Black dog, and okay, gonna do that there, and done. Ta-da! What do you see?
There's the black dog.
What's the dog putting on?
Red boots. Hey! The words red and boots are here in the book. Red starts with an R and boots starts with a B.
Yes! Now what's the dog doing?
Dancing. Hey, the word dancing is in the book too.
Nice!
The black dog
Puts on his...
big red boots.
Keep going.
The black dog is dancing in his big red boots. I did it! I read it by myself!
Shh.
Oops, sorry. Can you believe it? I read the whole book to Dr. Zoom. She loved it. And it was all thanks to meeting Helen Keller, who didn't let anything stop her from learning.
Once her teacher Anne found the best way for her to learn, Helen didn't just learn to read and talk. She learned lots of different languages and wrote a ton of books.
Thanks for joining our awesome adventure to meet Helen Keller, who used to be a kid just like you and me.
So kids like you can change the world. I am Xavier.
I am Brad. I am Yadina, and I know there are many different ways to learn, just like Helen Keller.
Woohoo! I love playing outside.
With the sun and the trees.
And butterflies and flowers that make me... Today, we're meeting someone who loves being out in nature too. George Washington Carver.
He was born in America way back in the year 1864.
He was an inventor, a painter, and a musician. But most people know him as a botanist. That's a scientist who studies plants.
Dr. Zoom loves plants, especially lettuce, grass, and spinach.
Achoo! Let's start the show.
Here comes Superstar Yadina. No one can stop her.
I'm open!
open! I'm not open! Good! Yes!
Nice trick shot, Brad. Did not see that coming.
Oh no!
Yadina, are you okay?
What's wrong? This poor little flower. The ball landed right on top of it. Achoo! Oh, still has its flower power.
Then I guess it's okay. Come on, back to the game.
Xavier, we can't just leave it like this. We need to do something.
But there are so many other plants out here. Why is this one special?
Because it needs our help, big brother. Please?
Well, I don't know how to help flowers, but I do know how to find out.
To the Secret Museum! Allergies and time travel? This is not my day.
I wonder who the Secret Museum will send us to meet.
And where we'll go!
And when?
Down below!
Oh! Hi, Burby.
Hi, Burby. Hi, Burby.
We're getting something.
A flower! I wonder who it belonged to.
George Washington Carver. That's who we're going to meet.
Hey, he's wearing a flower. He must love plants, too.
We're meeting him in Missouri, in the United States. And we're going to the year 1870. Wow, that's like 150 years ago.
I sure hope George Washington Carver can help our poor little flower.
Only one way to find out. Ready for adventure?
Ready. Ready. Here we go!
It's happening!
Hang on, Dr. Bill!
So this is Missouri in 1870.
Smell.
What?
Sneezy. That's because we landed in a garden. Oh no! We came here to fix one flower, but we wrecked 3 more. What are we gonna do? Don't worry, the plant doctor is in. Plant doctor?
Wait a minute. Isn't that... It's him, George Washington Carver.
People call me the plant doctor because I'm always helping plants. It's important to take care of the earth, you know. Well, these plants definitely need taking care of. We kind of stepped on them. We'll need to get these plants to my secret garden. You have a secret garden? Does it take you back in time? No. Oh, we can carry our plants in these.
Should we just buy flower pots?
Reusing stuff is another way of taking care of the earth. Oh, that's a song that I learned in the voice. Our plants look so cute. They can't stay here for long. We need to get them planted in my garden right away. Okay, to the secret garden. So, how come you have a secret garden? It's where I take care of my plants, my pets. Ah,
Your plants are your pets? Like cats and dogs?
we are taking these for a walk. Not pets like cats and dogs, but I do take care of them like a pet. They need lots of food, water, and sunshine. A plant pet would be so fun. They're nice to look at, and Dr. Zoo loves smelling flowers. Oof! That's gonna hurt. Plants just give me the sneezes. A butterfly! There's something I love. And butterflies love plants. They drink from flowers. I never thought about it that way. Whatever's good for butterflies is good with me. So I guess I love plants too. From a safe distance. What about you, Xavier? Do you think plants are awesome?
I don't know. They're nice to look at and smell and everything, but they don't really do much for me.
Well, do you like books?
I love books.
The paper comes from plants. How about soccer?
I love soccer.
The ball's made from rubber, and rubber comes from plants. I bet you like breathing air. Thanks, plants.
Plants make air?
That's right. They make and clean the air we breathe. Peanut butter sandwich?
Yes, please.
Bread, jam, peanuts. Plants!
Whoa! I guess plants are pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm. And since plants and the earth do so much for us, it's important to take care of them. Come on, we're almost there.
We're good. Wait up, guys!
Uh-oh. My secret garden is across this field, just past these kids playing soccer. How do we get across? Guess we'll just have to go around the long way. There's no time. These plants need to get out of the heat and in the ground as soon as possible.
I've got this. Say hello to your new plant bodyguard. Let's move.
Are you sure the long way isn't an option? Yay, Xavier! Please don't hit me! Please don't hit me! Please don't hit me! We're almost there!
Look out!
Yay, Xavier! Yay!
I did it for the plants. Let's go.
We're here. Wow.
Wow!
The secret garden! You could put those down here. We brought you some new friends. Some water, food, and lots of sunshine. I think you'll get along just fine. Wow, you really are the plant doctor. Thanks for saving these flowers. It's important to take care of the earth.
You're totally right. We better get back home and take care of our plant.
Bye-bye, George.
And thank you.
Bye, George. Love your secret garden. Bye.
Herbie, let's go home. We've got a plant to take care of.
There. Hope you like your new sunny home. Achoo! Here's some water and food to help you get better.
Here, Dad was about to throw this out, but we can reuse it to keep the flower safe. It may just be one flower, but if everyone helped one plant, we'd all be taking care of the earth.
That's what I said. Okay, back to our game. Woohoo! Let's go! I bet I'll score first. Our little flower is doing great, thanks to everything we learned from the plant doctor.
George Washington Carver spent his whole life learning about plants and how to take care of the earth.
He showed farmers how to reuse things and how to grow fruits and vegetables to stay healthy. So he taught people how to take care of the earth and themselves.
Thanks for joining our awesome adventure to meet George Washington Carver,
who used to be a kid just like you and me. So kids like you can change the world. I am Yadina.
I am Brad. I am Xavier. And I will always take care of the earth. just like George Washington Carver.
I'm going to go that way.
So what'd you think? Okay, that's all. So obviously, what you see that's exactly what every episode, there's a problem. They're being bullied maybe in an episode. They go back in time, they meet Rosa Parks. Rosa Parks helps them deal with the bully, teaches them a lesson. They come back to the present and they deal with that lesson. And you'll see every episode has two different heroes. And what we love about this is we get to share those lessons. Is that Burby? Oh, a Burby. We love Burby. By the way, doesn't Burby sound like BB-8 or R2-D2? Unless you're a lawyer from Lucasfilms, in which case he sounds nothing like BB-8 or R2-D2. So what we promise we do now very quickly, because we want to sign books, we want to make sure we get to meet all your kids, is answer any questions. If you have a question, raise your hand. We will answer questions. I see, okay, yes, right there. What's your question? In the white, yep. Shout it out. How many what? I think yell it again.
How much teamwork did it take?
How much did it take? None. It was really all me. I just didn't know. Teamwork that is the right word. That is, what you're seeing there starts with an idea on a blank page, and then it takes, obviously, the people at PBS who are helping us basically every time make it better and better and better. Chris and a team of artists who are drawing. Chris starts drawing the hero first, then they copy what he does, and then they reproduce it. It takes 9 Stories animation, whole team. We have Megan and Corey, our director. Megan's a story editor. She's an amazing writer. She has a team of writers with her. And what she does is Jen Bradley, our amazing producer, finds an expert who, for instance, in the deaf and blind community, can help us with Helen Keller. If we're doing Rosa Parks or Jackie Robinson, finding a Jackie Robinson expert. Each time, always finding...
Somebody in the back. Is there a child all the way in the back?
She's going to bring it back there.
Yeah.
Each time, she found one of the last survivors who speaks Shoshani for the Sacagawea episode, which is amazing because we want to make sure we bring a sensitivity to every single character we do. So it takes all teamwork to make the dream work. You know how it goes. Yes, what do you got, bud? Who's my favorite character of the books? Okay, so the question is whose favorite character in the books? My favorites that Chris has drawn in the books. Blah, blah, blah. I know. So true. It's so true. Accurate. Look, that one everyone wants now. Right. Dave, put your hand down. Matt should put his hand down. That's right. My favorite ones, I love Abraham Lincoln. I am Abraham Lincoln. I love Helen Keller. It's why we asked you guys to see Helen Keller tonight. And my other favorite one is I love Jim Henson. It's my heart and my soul in book form. Okay, we got one there? Okay, we got a microphone. Yes.
Can you make I am Ole Christian?
Did I make who?
He said, can you make Ole Kirk Christensen?
Tell me about who's that? What I like, that's the first, by the way, that is a question you've heard. Most kids, they bring to all of our book signings a demand letter. They are little terrorists, right? They literally tell us, you make this person, so tell me who they are.
The guy who created Lego.
Oh, I like that one, yeah. Yes. But you know what? But wait, repeat after me. Give her the microphone. Repeat after me. Say, I will not get any royalties. That's a great idea. Yeah, that's it. That's a contract. Okay, yes, back there, yes.
How do you draw so good?
Who?
Practice.
How do you draw so good?
How do you draw so good? Chris said, tell him how you do it, Chris.
Practice.
It is practice. It is true.
All right, there's Jim Henson. Who wants Jim Henson? Wait, are there people outside of this room? All right, let's give something to somebody that got stuck outside.
You guys are the overflow. Chris is showing love to the overflow room. I love that. Okay,
thank you.
Who has a question? Who has the microphone? Right there, go ahead.
Make Abraham Lincoln.
That's right. Make it. There it is. The terrorist right there. Make Abraham Lincoln. Right? They tell you. Like, draw, monkey, draw. That's the way it goes.
Question up here.
What do you got? You got one up here? Wait, one of these two? This one. Go ahead. I'll repeat it.
My pen is running out.
The question is what? Where are the antennas? What are the antennas for? And the antennas you'll see in Xavier's costume is when he goes to a place where they don't speak English, and we have to go to Germany and meet Albert Einstein. How does he understand him? So he turns the dial on his costume, and now he can understand what Albert Einstein's saying. Also, it is how we sell Halloween costumes. That is how. Yes, go ahead.
On average, how long does it take to make
A book? The question is how long does it take to make a book? So it takes me close to a month to write it. It takes Chris...
Liar.
No, by the time we're done.
Takes him a week.
No. And then I got to edit, and then I got to rewrite and then Chris has to draw it.
Anywhere up there.
And then I have to tell him what to redraw just to make it make him work harder. And then the editors take it, and then it comes back. It takes basically, what do you think it takes, about 2 months? Like start everything?
2.5, 3 months, depending on how many times you redraw every page.
Okay, you got a microphone up there, I see, or who has a microphone?
Who am I doing?
Making it. Way back, yes, if you can hear. Go in the way back. They got the last row. We got to show love to the last row. Not to the front row. They got good seats. Over there in the corner, the very corner.
All the way up. Yeah.
Why won't you make a Trevor Noah book?
Wow. A Trevor Noah book. I like that. I go for Trevor Noah. I like that. Again, that wasn't a question. That was a demand. It was phrased as a question. Yes, go ahead, bud.
Do you ever put ponies in your book?
Yes, so let me tell you a great story. Thank you for that. Okay, this is a great story. So this is true. Shh. This is true. So when we did the very first one of Xavier Riddle, they put us in a room where we watched your kids actually watch the show. It was a focus group, and we were behind a one-way mirror. And we could see them, but they couldn't see us. And they brought in cute, adorable kids like Bowtie here. And basically, we watched this girl, the very first one. We had the producers came in from Canada, a 9-story. I flew in. What do you got? Is this the pony? This is awesome. Yes, this is got. By the way, you win. This kid has to get a drawing. This is going to go perfect with this story. And what happens is the first person who watches this little girl. And here we got the president of PBS. I've flown in to go watch it. Everyone from Canada's come in. We're all there with the PBS people to see the greatest show ever made. Xavier Riddle, here's our pilot episode, the first one we experiment with the show. It's different than what you saw. And the first person who watches it is this little 7-year-old girl. And they say to her, tell us about the show. Do you like it a little bit, a lot, or not at all? And she says in that moment, not at all. And I'm crestfallen, 5 years of my life in the toilet, right? And we's like, what? And she goes, they say, why? Why? And she says, well, the show that I love has ponies in it, and there are no ponies in this show. And the ponies that I love have little stickers on their butts, and there's no stickers on the butts in this pony show. And so every time when we edit the show now, anytime there's a part we don't like, we always say, needs more ponies. Needs more ponies. It's true. We need more ponies. So yes, it says, Brad and Chris, we need more ponies. Thank you. That is awesome. Okay, you got one over there? You have one? We'll take like 2 more questions. Okay, go ahead. Whoever you got. You got a question? Okay. Here we go. Shh, we got to hear a question. We got an important question here.
He's a great artist.
He's a great artist. Great question. Great question. The question is, why are you so awesome? Okay, go ahead. We're going to 2 more.
Who else am I drawing?
You got it.
What's your daughter's favorite character?
That is a good question. What's my dog?
Daughters.
Oh, my daughter's name. I thought you said my dogs. I was like, don't tell my daughter I said that.
Who am I drawing?
My daughter's favorite character. So my daughter, to describe her to you, once said to me in a book signing, why do these people want your autograph? So Her favorite character, though, is she loves Jane Goodall because she loves the animals in it. That's the one. And it's dedicated. By the way, let me tell you another story. You don't even know there are heroes in this room. I'm going to tell you this one. This is a good one to embarrass someone in this room. So my history teacher asked me one time, I dedicated a book to her. And my history teacher said, thank you for dedicating the book to me. But what she said to me is an amazing story. Is she said, we went back by email a couple times, and this was my 11th grade history teacher. And she said, Brad, I have a question for you. She said, I'm actually really sick, I'm dying, and I need a kidney. I love that I'm telling a story about my dying teacher, and you guys are like, I want the piece of paper with the art on it. I just hope you're all happy. This is the children you raised.
Hey.
And so what happens is she says, can you help me get a new kidney to save my life? So I went on to our Facebook page and on Twitter and on Instagram, and I said, if you donate a kidney, you'll save my history teacher's life. Will you donate a kidney? And this amazing woman named Amy Wags donated her own kidney, gave a body part to save my history teacher. And Amy is here tonight, so let's hear it for Amy. Come on, stand it up, stand it up, stand up, stand up. That's it. So if you want to get to the front of the line or a good seat, you donate a body part. If not, we've got nothing for you. Okay, one last question. Yes, right there. You got it? Last one.
Let's bring on another insult to Chris.
Wow.
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 That's just insult Chris. Very
Wait,
nice.
are you my son? Where?
Right. You're one of his children. That's one of his children. Okay, one more question. Yeah, you got a real question there? Yes.
Oh, you don't have a question. Okay.
Who has one? Right there. Last one.
Which book was the most challenging?
Nice question. Okay, so good last question. So we're going to end with this, is which book is the most challenging? And the truth is, they all bring on kind of different things, right? You're trying to figure out, how do you do Helen Keller? How do you do Walt Disney, right? How do you tell the stories of these amazing people? I think one of the most challenging ones is actually the one that's coming. And I'll use this for a moment just to tell you what's coming up. And we did Leonardo da Vinci, and how do you show the greatest artist ever and have Chris replicate that, right? That's a twofer, by the way. That's the insult to Chris and the answer to your question. So what you'll see when you see Leonardo da Vinci, who'd you draw? Xavier. So when you see Leonardo da Vinci, you'll see that we put real artwork in there. Now, you guys want to know who the next hero is? Okay, so here's the thing. This is true. Do not tweet this out. Do not put this part on Facebook. I'm not supposed to tell you at all that the next hero after that is Benjamin Franklin. I'm not supposed to tell you that at all, right? It is not supposed to be, if my editor or agent says, did Brad say who's in the next book? No, I do not know who it is. I do not know it's Benjamin Franklin, you tell them. Don't tell them. Seriously, don't tell anyone. We're going to announce it, act surprise. With that said, I'm going to introduce, you going to take it away?
Yeah, I am.
Let's hear it.
Hey.
Our favorite people.
So,
Roswell from the Library of Congress is going to conclude
first,
us.
I want to thank Brad and Chris. Could you please give them a round of applause? They've been so generous with their time and their drawings, so we have a surprise for them. So Brad kind of teed it up earlier because he says he didn't want to be like the character from National Treasure and steal one of those items outside. So we decided to give them both a surprise. I'm going to call my colleague, Adam Sylvia, from our Prints and Photographs division.
Oh boy. They're giving us the Declaration of Independence
We
and the
are.
Constitution. They totally are.
I'll bring Adam here to the middle.
Can you hold that for one on top?
Sure.
Wow, I don't know what this is.
Brad and Chris, thank you so much for being with us here tonight.
Oh my God.
Thank you for creating this amazing show and this amazing series of books, providing young readers with real-world heroes. As a token of thanks, the Library of Congress would like to give you a copy of something from our collections, something that speaks to your own real-world heroes. And so, Brad, on multiple occasions tonight, you have mentioned that you look up to Jim Henson and his beloved Muppets. In your book, I Am Jim Henson, you talk about his creativity, his imagination, but above all, his kindness to other people. So,
Wow.
30 years ago, Jim Henson came right here to Capitol Hill and joined members of Congress in advocating for children's safety. And this event was documented by our local newspaper, Roll Call, which is archived here at the Library of Congress. And we'd like to give you a copy of the original contact sheet and a print made from the original film negative of that event.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Roswell, you're awesome. You're welcome.
And Chris, your illustrations have brought to life so many real-world heroes for young readers. And so we did a little research, and we learned that one of the people who inspired you most was Charles Schulz, the creator of Charlie Brown.
Gee, could you tell?
Snoopy, and the Peanuts gang.
Yeah.
So we found from Look magazine an original contact sheet and photograph of Charles Schulz at home at his desk, hard at work, on an original comic strip for Peanuts.
Oh my God, this is priceless. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this. Thank you so much.
Okay. Awesome. So can we end? So come on, one last favor. First of all, let's hear for the Library of Congress, everyone. Thank you. Thank you, so sweet. Thank you. Thank you.
I know that's done.
We have one favor. We do this at every event, but it is so meaningful to us here. We need to take a picture with you. Now, in your thing, there's a book, right? Do you have a book? I want you to hold up your book. Now, this is going to be the crazy part. Is on the sides, it's going to be hard. I want you to everyone squeeze together. Okay, we're going to take a picture together. Yep. So just hold it up in the air. That is so nice. Thank you. Okay, ready? So Chris and I, we're going to take. Wait, this is going to be the best selfie at the Library of Congress. Here we go. Ready? Everyone, you better smile because you're going to be on camera here. Here we go. Ready?
I don't know how I can get
Don't
this
worry,
back.
we'll get it. Okay, ready? You are not smiling. Hold your book up. Dave. Yeah. Here we go. Ready? Everybody in there. 1, 2, 3. Okay, ready? One more. Wait, I'm going to make sure I get everyone. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I already took the picture. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. We're signing outside, and thanks to everyone, 9-Story, PBS, and Library of Congress.
Thank you, PBS. Thank you so much. Watch the show Monday, remember. Go upstairs to our great hall. We have a wonderful reception for you, courtesy of PBS. Plus, get a picture with Clifford and the rest of the gang. Thank you, Brad and Chris.